I've only been here a few minutes at the Maribyrnong River. It's cold, it's windy, it's pretty damn unpleasant, but the fish are biting. Now, I haven't caught one of these in this water for a while, but it's a small trevally. I'll put this one straight back. Caught him on a burley. I'm using a burley cage, which I've got, which you can see just there, and a nice little fish, very, very healthy, which is good to see after we've had that chemical issue that happened just recently with that fire retardant going into the waters here. So good to see the fish are still around. Anyway, I'll put this one back. One now, playing it. This was on chicken, which is always obviously a favourite bait, and it's a good size mullet for this area. So not a super big fish, but there'll be plenty about today, hopefully, in these conditions. Overcast, bit of a breeze. That's all pretty good. So let's hope we catch a few more of these. I'll put this one back as well. So I've got Daniel here today fishing on this pretty cold morning at the Maribynong. Yes. So what are you going for today, Daniel?
Hopefully going for some bream, maybe small mullet as well. Yeah. Yeah, just thought I'd get out early morning. I had to drop my girlfriend off at the showgrounds. So when I came past, I thought I'd just come down for a fish here.
Actually, yeah, look, a good morning for it. I think the breeze is about right. I think the tide will be coming in, and it's a bit, whoops, thank you. It's overcast. I think most of the conditions are right, as long as it doesn't get too heavy with wind. And I believe you've been watching a few of my videos.
Yeah, actually I have. You taught me a lot about burley, especially because I never really used much burley, so I've been experimenting with a few dyes and different flavours like garlic and aniseed. So yeah, no, it's been a big help. Thank you very much.
No problems at all. Okay, well, good luck today. Tight lines, Daniel.
Yeah, I will. Thank you very much.
Okay, see you later, Matty. Okay, so Matthew, well done. Matthew, my son, has just caught a mullet. He's been getting bites. He's been doing all the right things. He's been using his burley. Nice little mullet. We'll put that back. Yeah, not bad. Okay. We've been here for about half an hour now, and my son Matthew, he's caught a mullet. I've caught a couple. I caught a trevally and a mullet as well. The thing about it is we're fishing absolutely low tide. So the good thing is we're going to fish into a rising tide, but getting here at the very bottom of the tide is not so good. But because the conditions are so good with a bit of a breeze, overcast, the fish, and there's a little bit of colour in the water too, so the fish feel very, very safe. We're early enough so that they want to feed, so it's going quite well. And just using that burley, I mean, as soon as we started using burley, the fish started biting. So really, really important. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I'm hoping that I'm hitting the same spot every time. I'm hoping that I can actually draw fish into that area, and we'll hopefully get as many out as we can in a short session that we've got. People ask me why I cast so frequently, because often when I'm fishing, I'm casting about every 4 or 5 minutes. The reason being is that, one, that it actually puts the burley out into the stream of water, so it actually flows downstream and attracts the fish up. The other thing is that what happens often is that when the burley falls through the water, when you first cast in, it sends a trail out. That really stimulates the fish because there's movement. When it hits bottom and everything is stable after a couple of minutes, the fish don't seem to be quite as interested, and they need new stimulation until there's enough of a supply of that burley in the same spot that they will mill around looking for food particles and things. So often it's that continuous casting that makes all the difference. Okay, that's not a bad size, Matt. Yeah. So what do you use for bait, Matt?
I use chicken and a maggot.
Okay, well done. Okay, nice, another nice little fish.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm into another one, probably a mullet again. I mean, they've been hitting as soon as the bait hits the bottom. In fact, even before. Yeah, it's only a mullet, but well, it's a bit of a fight, which is good. Yeah, and they're not big fish. They're not big fish, but at least there's some action happening. So in order to get this, I've had to go down in size, use a couple of different types of bait at a time, stuff that doesn't come off. And it's been very hard to hook them, but look, they're around. And if you do it properly and you get your burley going in, you'll get them in, but you've got to also work out what the fish will actually put into their mouths. If it's a big bait, they're not going to actually put it in their mouths, you'll never hook them. So you have to adjust your hook also for the fish that are around. We've been getting so many bites and missing so many fish. I mean, we're both, occasionally you get them, you hook them, you feel it on there and they're getting off, or striking too hard and not getting the fish at all. So one of the other things that you've got to look at is your striking method. So, I mean, typically I start off by striking too hard, but what I've been able to do is catch a few fish by not striking so hard, just simply by feeling the bite and then gently pulling to the side. So the fish is obviously picked up on the bait. If I pull it too hard, I'm going to pull it out of its mouth. So today, what is working today is a gentle pull to the side to actually keep tension on and get that hook in. And because these fish, because mullet in particular, the skin around there, the membrane around their mouths and that tears quite easily. I mean, if you don't keep that tension on, they can easily, the hook can drop out. So there's that happens. But just getting that hook to stay there is just a gentle movement. So another thing you have to look at with all the other conditions, with the weather, with the bait, and with the spot, is to do that, is to make sure you can do that properly. And I think Matt has just got a, it just got off. So that's what's happening today. Okay, Matt's just got another one. That's a better sized fish.
I think that's the biggest
good
one
fish.
I've got.
Yeah, that's good. And what were you using for bait on that one, Matt?
Again, the chicken and maggot.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, and the burley every time is really making a difference, especially today. Had to be in today, and the striking's been the really hard bit, but well done on that one. Okay, Matt's into another one, and slightly better fish by the sounds of it, or fought better. Okay.
Fought better, but it's better sometimes.
Oh, okay. Not bad at all. So you're on a bit of a run now, a bit of a roll. Worked out how to actually strike properly.
Yeah.
So it's working well.
Little tugs.
Little tugs, yeah. That's the way. Wow, this is it's right challenging. Just tiny little bites as you can see the quiver tip moving to the side there. So I've just cast in, but now it's the actual strike that is the hard bit. Getting the fish around is easy. It's getting that strike in that is really, really hard. So I'm just going to keep a bit of tension on, and I've just got to move. I've got to strike very gently to the side when they're into it. But what is happening is they're just picking up and dropping the bait. So, and this can happen a bit when there's not a lot of fish around it, like there might be 2 or 3 fish. There's not enough competition for them to really sort of dive into it. Okay, and yeah, I think I've got that one. Okay, but that, oh, have I? Oh, we'll find out in a second, I guess. Yeah, I have got him. So that just was a matter of just really just pulling as soon as I felt that I had anything connected to it. It'll be another mullet. Yeah, another mullet it is. There we go. Okay. There we go. Not a big thing, but at least, and they are so hard to hit. Okay, put him back. Just into another one. And probably just a mullet the way it's fighting. Not a big fish at all, but good to get one in. So get another mullet. We've been getting plenty of these today. Worked out how to strike into them, so it's working okay. And yeah, bit of fun. As soon as we're casting in, we're getting bites now. The fish are waiting for us, which is nice. They're just not cooperating with actually hopping on the hook. But I mean, the burleys work so well now that there are fish just located in the general area, so the moment that this hits bottom, they're actually going to that bait. That's how good burley is for getting the fish around. The tough spot is getting that hook into the mouth, but so far we've got quite a few now, and it's working well. But we miss a lot of fish trying to get so far. We're probably missing 10 for every one that we get in. If I can hang on to this one, I'm into another one. So it's just they're coming in pretty fast, but as I say, I'm missing a lot on the hook, but it's as I try to strike into them. Okay, so yeah, another one. Oh, and I've hooked him under the gill. Anyway, I'll get this one off and get him back. So we're getting a lot about that size. Whoa, jeez, man overboard. Another small mullet. Oh, these have been so hard to catch today. We've had to go down in hook size, right down to size 14, using cocktail baits or a couple of baits, using something that stays on there because they're pulling everything off. It's been hard, but look, it's satisfying when you actually get one. Okay. It's a bit bigger than the ones we caught before, so they're biting all right. So it's just a matter of getting that burley out. So once the burley gets out there, they're biting pretty quickly. Okay, so Matty's going to do another one. He just lost one before. Oh, there we go. He lost one before right in the shallows, and he's just pulled this one in. So
made up for it.
Well done. Did you? What was that one like?
About the same, just on maggots.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, so maggots on that. So maggots and chicken today have been pulling those fish in. Okay, well done. That's, yeah, nice little mullet. And these days on that condition, it's good.